You from New York, New Jersey, as we welcome you back inside the stadium. We're getting ready for the presentation, of course, of the World Cup, but of all the other trophies as well, the Golden Glove, the Golden Boot, the Golden Ball. There are quite a few of them. Thierry, Zlatan and Alexi. Alexi, when you look at the World Cup run now for Spain, since the beginning of this tournament to now, does it look like a very nice, steady trajectory?
Yeah, it does. It does look very even, like, as I said, very balanced, you know, while much of the world and the World Cup was focused on stars and big teams, and rightfully so, and they certainly brought it. This team, to the extent that Spain can stay under the radar, was relatively under the radar in what they were doing, getting the wins, not necessarily showing up when it came to the stat sheet in stars, while you had your Mbappes running around and doing what they were doing. This team, their biggest star, Lamine Yamal, he's a world champion. Right? Did he star throughout the tournament? In his own unique way, but certainly not compared to the other stars in this tournament. But we heard Stu, and everybody has said that is part of what this team was built on, is depth and talent and spreading the wealth, regardless of how big a star you are.
It's also built, as you mentioned, Thierry, on identity and on philosophy. It's a system there in Spain. For maybe plenty of people watching who don't yet understand or know too much about that, how can other countries get a system like Spain's?
Go to work. Think about how you want to go about it. At every level, play the same way. This is why they're dominating world football on every level, and it can be men and women. It doesn't really matter. They go about it the same way. But I wanted to add something very important, because before the break we saw Ferran Torres, and before the game we talk about Leo Messi. Don't ever give up. You know why? The World Cup for Spain started on a miss of Ferran Torres in a 6-yard box against Capo Verde. Everyone killed him. Spain cannot score. Spain don't have this. Spain don't have that. I said, be careful, stay quiet and calm, because they don't concede goal and they're good on the ball. They will go about it a different way. Now, who scores?
Ferran Torres.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't ever give up. They know what they're doing for a very long time.
Lamine Yamal, we know, we've talked about him with you all competition long. We know you think he's the best player in the world. He hasn't maybe shown that. Maybe is that fair during this World Cup, Zlatan? But 19 years of age, he's a world champion, right?
As Alexis said, he came in the tournament, he wasn't 100%. He didn't have his best tournament, and still Spain dominated every game. That says how good they are as a team, even if Yamal didn't perform. And they won the World Cup without this guy performing like he normally does. So that says how good Spain is. Because when they start to play and when they start to do those passes, they take your spirit away. They take your hope away. And then I know as a player, when I used to play, if I don't touch the ball, if I have opposite opponent that always keep the ball, I get crazy, I lose patience. And you just want to run after them and you start kicking. That is what they did with every team in this tournament. And in the end, they're the best nation in the world.
They did it against some very good competition. I mean, that game against France was almost their coming out for party for people that maybe hadn't been paying attention to what Spain was doing. Again, it's difficult given how good they are to ignore them, but relative to other teams, what they did was just complete decimation. And I know Thierry, as much as a Frenchman he is, he recognizes that and admits that. And for a lot of people are like, wow, this is something special. And then they continued on here again with the patience, understanding it's difficult to break down teams, and sometimes it takes time, but they believed that it was going to come. Maybe it's going to come in the middle, maybe it's going to come in at the end, maybe it's going to come late.
Can I play the host?
Yeah.
What would you prefer? Play well, score a lot of goals, or stop a lot of goals, or win the World Cup?
Listen, the goals come and go, but these are world champions. That's for the rest of their life and for history.
So winning the World Cup.
Of course.
What about you, big man?
I mean, it's not important how you win. It's about winning. But they won it in their way, which makes it even more beautiful.
But the main point is, you'd rather win the World Cup than scoring maybe 10 to 8 to 9 goals. I'd rather win the World Cup personally.
And remember,
every day of the week.
It's the best defense also in the tournament.
Yes.
So it's not only about the best attack. It's the best attack normally is the best
They
defense.
defend high. You don't have to defend your box. You can defend in every area of the field. They pick and choose to defend high, and it's the team that conceded the less goal and the less opportunities. figure it out if you don't understand what I'm saying.
As they say in
Rebecca,
football,
wait.
Press.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Thierry was the host. Keep going.
Where do we go now?
We're going to go to an interview with a winning manager.
So we're going to an interview with the winning manager, and if you don't believe me, you're going to see it right now.
Luis de la Fuente, here we go.
We are world champions. I am very proud, very happy for my players. I was telling your colleagues before that we closed a very important chapter. We've won in all the categories. We've grown together. We reached this stage today thanks to their talent, to their attitude, to their commitment, to their values, and to the huge footballing talent. And on top of that, this team has a long way to go. So we are already thinking what's coming next, what is coming up.
Some thoughts there from Luis de la Fuente, and a key phrase, Alexi, in that interview: we have grown